James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's a special EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Brady, the left side completion to Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
21, Ezekiel Elliott.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Prescott with the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Elliott, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Prescott with the give to Ezekiel.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Cowboy 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady.
Brady's pass intended for Mike.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 34 yards there at a first down. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their head.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott hooking up with Amari Cooper as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Greg Zerline.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Brady. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Buccaneers.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 3, second and a yard. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially down.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it.
Let's go. Let's go. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of...
Oh, Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Prescott from the gun. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at appearance as Othello in the high school play.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second down and goal. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun now for Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before half for Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Ezekiel Elliott who put together a solid first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's third down.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Yards.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, it's Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second and 12, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Brady looking to throw on third and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own 28.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Brings up second and 9.
On second down, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a third and 9 situation. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Prescott from the gun on third. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day. One-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
14.
Operating from the gun, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aldon Smith able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Brady throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
6 yards.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He's got Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards. Touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly. That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Prescott.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
He's good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We got 46, 46. Check my 45. Watch the pass. 45. Mike, 45.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.